tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, November 24th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Thank you for joining us today on this very special Thanksgiving Day edition of Muscle in the Morning. Hopefully today you're spending time with the people you love who remind you of how much you have to be thankful for. But if you do happen to sneak in a workout, maybe a little bit of extra motivation from a multi-time Olympia champion will give you the kickstart you need to put some of those calories to good use. Because I can all but guarantee you that your two-time reigning and defending champ, Big Ramy, will be doing exactly that. The champ is in the middle of carving out his own little slice of bodybuilding history. And as anyone who's seen his updates can attest, everything that he's done up to this point might as well have been an appetizer. Because for all intents and purposes, he looks like he'll be serving up a main course for the ages when he touches down for his title defense in a few weeks. And if everything goes as expected, I'm sure that third victory will taste awfully sweet once he has a chance to sit down and savor it. This reference will probably lose you if you're a new bodybuilding fan or if you're under 35. But if we can get a fuel duel odds on what Ronnie Coleman's go-to condiment for his turkey is, KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce would have to be a runaway favorite, right? Believe it or not, it's been 15 years since Ronnie decided to hang up his posing trunks and retire from competitive bodybuilding. And despite the wild ride that he's been on since then, he's still got that same infectious personality and love for training that he had back when he was at the peak of his powers and pushing the boundaries way beyond what anyone ever thought was possible. Every bodybuilder and bodybuilding fan of the modern era has been impacted by Ronnie's legacy and the way that he shaped the game to be what it is today. And that is something that we should all absolutely be thankful for. This is a serious question. You had to give up stuffing your face on Thanksgiving from now until the end of time, but the trade-off was that you'd wake up every morning looking like post-retirement version of Heath. How many of you guys would trip all over yourselves trying to sign on the dotted line? I know that Phil caused everyone to get all up in arms a few weeks ago when he said that 2023 was going to be crazy, which some people took to mean that his currently retired body might not stay retired for long, but at least for right now, he's Exhibit A when it comes to staying jacked and thriving in your post-bodybuilding life. Phil moved the cultural needle in a way no one else before or since has been able to replicate. So in that sense, he's also a trendsetter and someone who will probably deserve more credit for what he did to elevate the entire state of the industry to what it is right now. Now, if we're going to talk trendsetters in the 212 division, the conversation begins and ends with 7-time Olympia champ Flex Lewis, because no one in the history of that division has done more to elevate it to where it is now than he has. In fact, the first time Flex stepped onto an Olympia stage, he wasn't even a 212er, because at that point, the 212 division didn't even technically exist because it was still the 202 Olympia. And guys like him who continued to push the boundaries and raise the standards higher and higher were a big part of the reason why the IFBB ultimately ended up making the switch. Every current and aspiring 212er should be thankful for Flex because his presence literally changed the game. It rewrote the rules of the modern era to create a product that we see on stage today. And the impact of that both in on and off the stage is so big that I'm not totally sure if we can even quantify how influential he's been as a figure in this era. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.